Receive $25,000 to move to paradise. Yes, it's true. What if I told you there's a place that will pay you $25,000 just to move there? Not a scam. Not clickbait. A real Swiss village offering real money to new residents. And wait until you see where this paradise is located. Imagine waking up every morning to snow-capped alpine peaks. Crystal clear mountain air. A community where everyone knows your name. And the Swiss government literally paying you to experience it all. But there's a catch, and it might be exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to show you everything about this incredible opportunity in 2025, the money, the lifestyle, the requirements, and whether this could actually work for you. Before we dive in, if you love discovering unique opportunities like this, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you'll want to follow along for what's coming next. Let's go to Switzerland. The village that pays you to stay while Albanen is offering $25,000 per person. The real story behind Switzerland's most talked about program. Here's what's happening. Albanen is a small village in the Swiss Alps with a big problem. People are leaving. Young families move to cities for work. The population has been shrinking for years. The village was facing a slow death. So the local government made a radical decision. We'll pay people to move here and stay. In 2025, the program is still active and it's real. Albanen will pay you 25,000 Swiss francs per adult. That's about $25,000 US dollars. If you're a family of 4, that's $100,000 total. Just for moving to one of the most beautiful places on earth. But this isn't just charity. Albanen needs residents. The village needs families to keep the school open, support local businesses, and maintain the community. Empty houses don't pay taxes. Ghost towns don't survive. Switzerland is famous for being expensive, exclusive, and difficult to move to. But Albanen is breaking all those stereotypes. They want you. They need you. And they're willing to pay for you. The program targets people aged 45 and under who will commit to staying long-term. They're not looking for temporary residents who'll take the money and run. They want people who will become part of the community. This isn't a new program. It started a few years ago, but in 2025, it's proven successful. Families have moved in, children are in the school, and the village is coming back to life. The program continues because it works. What makes this different from other depopulation programs around the world? It's Switzerland. You're not moving to a struggling economy or uncertain future. You're moving to one of the world's wealthiest, most stable countries. That $25,000 isn't compensation for hardship. It's an invitation to quality of life. Welcome to Albanen, your future home, discovering the alpine village above the clouds, what daily life looks like at 1,300 meters altitude. Let me paint you a picture of Albanen. This village sits at 1,300 meters above sea level. That's about 4,265 feet in the Valais region of Switzerland. You're literally living above the clouds sometimes. The village has around 240 residents currently. That's small, yes, but that's also the point. This isn't a city. It's a tight-knit community where neighbors actually talk to each other. Traditional Swiss chalets line narrow streets. These aren't modern apartments. These are wooden houses with flower boxes, sloped roofs built to handle heavy snow, and architecture that's been perfected over centuries. Your home here will have character that modern construction can't replicate. The views are absolutely spectacular. From Albanen, you can see the Rhone Valley below and mountain peaks in every direction. On clear days, the scenery looks like a postcard. Actually, it looks better than a postcard because you're living in it. Weather here follows alpine patterns. Winters are cold and snowy. Expect real winter with proper snow from November through March. Summers are mild and perfect, rarely too hot, with long daylight hours. Spring and fall are absolutely beautiful with changing seasons you can actually see. The village has essential services. There's a small grocery store, a bakery, a restaurant, and a church. It's not a lot, but it's enough for daily needs. For major shopping, the town of Luckerbad is just 15 minutes away, and it's a proper town with supermarkets, shops, and services. Luckerbad is also famous for its thermal baths. Imagine finishing your day by soaking in natural hot springs surrounded by mountains. This isn't a vacation. This is your regular life in Albanen. Internet and modern infrastructure exist. Don't picture some off-grid cabin situation. Swiss infrastructure reaches everywhere, including small mountain villages. You'll have reliable high-speed internet, electricity, and all modern conveniences. The school in Albanen goes up to primary level. For older children, there's bus service to schools in nearby towns. Switzerland's education system is excellent, and your children will receive top-quality education. Transportation is important to understand. Albanen isn't directly connected by train. Switzerland's famous rail network doesn't reach every tiny village. But you can drive to the nearest train station in about 20 minutes, and from there, you're connected to the entire Swiss rail system. Most residents have cars. In the Alps, a car isn't a luxury, it's practical. Winter tires are mandatory, roads are well maintained, and Swiss driving infrastructure is excellent. The pace of life is slower. Much slower. If you're used to 24-hour cities, constant entertainment, and endless options, Albanen will be an adjustment. But that's also the appeal. People move here to escape that chaos. The money. How it actually works, breaking down the $25,000 payment structure requirements, timeline, and what you must know now. Let's get into the details everyone wants to know. The money and the requirements. The payment is 25,000 Swiss francs per adult and 10,000 Swiss francs per child. For a couple with 2 kids, that's 70,000 Swiss francs total, approximately $70,000 at current exchange rates. But you don't get this money immediately as a lump sum. Here's how it works. You receive the money after you've purchased or built a property in Albanen and officially registered as a resident. You must prove you're committed before receiving payment. The property requirement is crucial. You must buy or build a house in Albanen worth at least 200,000 Swiss francs. That's about $200,000. You can't rent. You must own property. This ensures you're invested in the community. Age requirements apply. Adults must be under 45 years old. This targets younger families and working-age people who will contribute to the community long-term. If you're over 45, unfortunately, you don't qualify. The commitment period is 10 years. You must live in Albanen as your primary residence for at least 10 years. If you leave before that, you have to repay the money. This isn't a short-term deal. Swiss residency is required, obviously. You'll need to obtain a Swiss residence permit. For EU citizens, this is relatively straightforward. For non-EU citizens, including Americans, it's more complex but absolutely possible. You'll typically need to prove financial means and secure appropriate visa status. Financial requirements exist beyond the program payment. You must demonstrate that you can support yourself. Switzerland wants to ensure you won't become dependent on social services. This usually means showing regular income, savings, or a solid business plan if you're self-employed. Language isn't officially required, but German is the local language. Specifically, they speak Swiss German, which is quite different from standard German. Many residents also speak French or English, but learning German will significantly improve your experience. The application process involves several steps. You contact the Albanen Municipal Office, submit your application with required documentation, go through approval process, purchase property, register as resident, and then receive payment. Processing time varies. From initial application to receiving money, expect several months minimum. This isn't an overnight process. You're integrating into Swiss bureaucracy, which is thorough but fair. Taxes are important to understand. That $25,000 payment is considered taxable income in Switzerland. You'll owe Swiss income tax on it. However, Swiss tax rates in small villages like Albanen are generally lower than in major Swiss cities. You'll still come out significantly ahead financially. One key point many people miss: you can work anywhere. There's no requirement to work locally in Albanen. If you work remotely for a company anywhere in the world, that's perfectly fine. This makes the program ideal for digital nomads and remote workers. The cost of living in Swiss paradise: housing, food, and monthly expenses explained why your money goes further than you think. Switzerland has a reputation for being expensive. And yes, it is expensive. But let me break down what that actually means in Albanen in 2025. Housing costs are the big one. You need to buy property worth at least 200,000 Swiss francs. What does that get you? In Albanen, You can find traditional chalets, houses with land, and properties with spectacular views. Because the village is trying to attract residents, prices are reasonable compared to the rest of Switzerland. In Zurich or Geneva, that budget might get you a small apartment. In Albanen, you can get a real house. If you're building new, construction costs in Switzerland are high due to labor costs and quality standards. Budget accordingly and work with local builders who understand alpine construction requirements. Property taxes in Switzerland are relatively low compared to many countries. They're calculated based on property value and vary by canton, but expect reasonable annual property tax bills. Utilities include electricity, heating, water, and garbage collection. Heating costs matter in the Alps. Winters are cold and heating season is long. Budget around 200 to 300 Swiss francs monthly for utilities, more in winter. Internet and phone services are reliable and competitively priced. Switzerland has excellent telecommunications infrastructure. You'll pay around 50 to 100 Swiss francs monthly for good internet. Food costs are where Switzerland's expensive reputation really shows. Groceries are pricey compared to most countries. A week's groceries for a family might cost 200 to 300 Swiss francs. However, quality is exceptional. Swiss food standards are high, produces fresh, and you get what you pay for. Shopping in nearby Luckerbad gives you access to normal supermarkets. Some residents also shop across the border in Italy or France where prices are lower, though you'll need to account for drive time and customs regulations for larger purchases. Restaurants and dining out are expensive. A meal at a restaurant might cost 25 to 40 Swiss francs per person. But in a small village, you're not eating out constantly anyway. Most people cook at home. Healthcare is mandatory in Switzerland. Everyone must have health insurance. Costs vary based on coverage level and deductibles, but expect around 300 to 500 Swiss francs per adult monthly for basic coverage. Children's coverage is less expensive. This is a significant expense but provides access to some of the world's best healthcare. Transportation costs depend on your situation. If you own a car, factor in insurance, maintenance, fuel, and the mandatory annual vehicle inspection. Fuel in Switzerland is expensive. Public transportation, when you use it, is excellent but also pricey, though discounted passes can reduce costs. Education is mostly free in Switzerland. Public schools are excellent quality and funded by taxes. There are fees for some materials and activities, but major education costs are minimal. This is a huge advantage for families. Insurance beyond health includes liability insurance, which is strongly recommended in Switzerland. It's inexpensive and covers you if you accidentally cause damage or injury to others. Entertainment and activities can be expensive or cheap depending on choices. Skiing at nearby resorts costs money for lift tickets and equipment. Hiking, on the other hand, is free, and the Alps offer unlimited trails. Cultural activities in Swiss towns and cities can range from free museums to expensive concerts. Here's the thing about cost of living in Albanen. You're not living a luxury lifestyle, but you're living well. The Swiss concept of quality applies to everything. Your expenses are higher than many countries, but quality of life is exceptional. Many people find that their lifestyle naturally becomes less expensive. You're not shopping constantly, not eating out frequently, not spending on entertainment the way you might in a big city. Life simplifies, and costs can too. If you work remotely earning a good salary, or if you have passive income, Albanen becomes very affordable. If you're trying to live on minimum wage, it's challenging. Know your financial situation and plan accordingly. Working and thriving in Albanen, job opportunities in the village and nearby towns, remote work paradise. Internet, infrastructure, and lifestyle. Let's talk about making a living in Albanen. This is crucial because $25,000 gets you started, but you need ongoing income. Local employment in Albanen itself is limited. It's a village of 240 people. There isn't a bustling job market. However, opportunities exist in hospitality, construction, agriculture, and small businesses that serve the community and tourists. Luckerbad, 15 minutes away, has significantly more opportunities. As a spa town, there are jobs in hotels, restaurants, thermal baths, tourism services, and retail. If you speak German and have hospitality experience, finding work is realistic. The broader Valais region offers more options. Larger towns like Visp or Brig are within 30 to 40 minutes and have diverse employment in services, retail, healthcare, education, and administration. Seasonal work is common in alpine regions. Winter season brings skiing-related employment. Summer brings hiking tourism. Many people work seasonally and have other income streams or savings to cover off-season periods. Starting a business in Albanen is possible and even encouraged. Switzerland is business-friendly, with clear regulations and support for entrepreneurs. Businesses that serve tourists, provide services to residents, or operate online can thrive. The village would welcome new businesses that add value to the community. Remote work is where Albanen truly shines. If you can work from anywhere, Albanen offers an incredible quality of life. The internet infrastructure supports video calls, file transfers, and everything needed for remote work. Time zones matter if you're working for companies in other regions. Switzerland is Central European Time, CET. If you're working for US companies, there will be time zone challenges. If you're working for European or Asian companies, it's much easier. Creating a home office in Albanen is straightforward. Swiss homes have space, and setting up a productive work environment is easy. Your commute is walking from bedroom to office. Your lunch break can include views of the Alps. Freelancing and consulting work well from Albanen. Many professionals in fields like IT, design, writing, consulting, coaching, and digital marketing can operate from anywhere. Albanen gives you lifestyle quality while maintaining your career. Online businesses and e-commerce can be run from Albanen. Switzerland's excellent infrastructure, reliable shipping, and Central European location actually provide advantages for certain online businesses. Professional licensing might be required depending on your field. Switzerland has regulations for various professions. Research requirements in your specific field if you're in a regulated profession like healthcare, law, or finance. Networking happens differently in a small village. You won't have big industry conferences nearby, but Switzerland's small size means major cities are accessible for occasional networking. Plus, online networking has become standard in most fields. The work-life balance in Albanen is exceptional. Swiss culture values personal time. After work, you're immediately in nature. No commute stress. No traffic. You finish work and you're home because you're already there. For families with one remote worker and one partner seeking local work, this can be an ideal combination. One income from remote work, possibly at higher rates from abroad, plus local part-time work creates financial stability while integrating into the community. Income from investments, rental properties elsewhere, or passive income streams makes Albanen even more attractive. If you're financially independent or semi-retired, Albanen offers incredible lifestyle at reasonable cost. The Albanen community and culture meeting your future neighbors and Swiss tradition schools, healthcare, and family life in the Alps. Moving to Albanen isn't just about location and money. It's about becoming part of a community. Let me tell you what that actually means. The existing residents of Albanen are predominantly Swiss German speakers who've lived there for generations. Some families have been in the village for centuries. These are mountain people with deep roots and traditional values. The reception to newcomers has been generally positive. The village knows it needs new residents to survive. However, integration takes effort. You can't just move in and expect immediate acceptance. You need to participate in community life. Learning German is essential for real integration. Yes, many Swiss speak English, but daily life in the village happens in Swiss German. Village meetings, casual conversations, and local interactions all happen in the local language. Start learning before you arrive and continue intensively after moving. Swiss culture values privacy, punctuality, and respect for rules. Swiss people are generally reserved initially, but warm up over time. Don't expect immediate best friendships, but do expect respectful, helpful neighbors once you've proven you're committed to the community. Community events are important. Village festivals, holidays, and gatherings are key to social life. Participating in these events shows you're serious about belonging. Christmas markets, Swiss National Day celebrations, and local traditions all offer integration opportunities. Volunteering is highly valued in Swiss culture. Joining the local fire brigade, helping with village maintenance, or participating in community projects demonstrates commitment. Many villages have volunteer systems that residents are expected to support. The school in Albanen is crucial for family integration. If you have children, they'll be in small classes with local kids. Children often integrate faster than adults, and their school friendships help parents connect with other families. For older children attending schools in nearby towns, bus transportation is provided. Swiss school systems are excellent, and your children will receive quality education. The multilingual environment is valuable. Your children will learn German naturally while maintaining their native language. Healthcare access is good despite the rural location. There's a doctor in Lückerbad and a hospital in Visp for more serious needs. Emergency services in Switzerland are excellent, and helicopter rescue is available for mountain emergencies. Shopping requires adjustment if you're used to urban convenience. You can't get everything in Albanen. Weekly trips to Lückerbad or larger towns for shopping become part of the routine. Many people do one big shopping trip weekly. Entertainment and social life revolve around nature and community rather than commercial entertainment. Movie theaters, shopping malls, and urban entertainment require traveling to larger towns. However, hiking, skiing, community events, and social gatherings with neighbors become your entertainment. Raising children in Albanen offers unique advantages. Safety is exceptional. Children can play freely, walk to school alone, and experience independence impossible in cities. They grow up in nature, learning to ski, hike, and appreciate the outdoors. This childhood is increasingly rare in modern life. Elderly parents or multi-generational living is respected in Swiss culture. If you're considering moving with extended family, the Swiss appreciate strong family connections. Some houses in Albanen are large enough for multi-generational living. Pets are common in alpine villages. If you have dogs, Albanen is wonderful. Endless hiking trails and open spaces. Cats adapt easily to village life. Pets are generally welcome and contribute to village life. Seasonal rhythms define life in the Alps. Winter is quieter, more insular. Summer is active with hiking and outdoor life. Fall brings harvest traditions. Spring brings renewal and outdoor activity. You'll live in tune with natural cycles rather than the artificial rhythms of urban life. The pace of life is slow. Really slow compared to cities. At first, this might feel boring. After adjustment, most people find it liberating. You have time for things that matter. Family, hobbies, nature, community. The constant urgency of modern life fades away. Making the move, your action plan step-by-step guide to apply in 2025 success stories and common mistakes to avoid if you're seriously considering this. Here's your practical action plan for making it happen in 2025. Step 1. Research thoroughly. Visit Albanen before committing. Switzerland is expensive to visit, but investing in a research trip is essential. Spend time in the village in different seasons, if possible. Winter and summer are very different experiences. Step 2. Assess your finances honestly. Calculate whether you can afford the property purchase, meet Swiss financial requirements, and sustain the cost of living. Be realistic. Don't rely on the $25,000 payment alone. That comes later and has tax implications. Step 3. Verify your eligibility. Confirm you meet age requirements, can obtain Swiss residency, and can commit to the 10-year requirement. If you have any doubts about eligibility, clarify before proceeding. Step 4. Contact Albanen's municipal office directly. The official contact information is available on the village website. Email them expressing interest and requesting specific information about the current program status and requirements. They're accustomed to inquiries and can provide authoritative answers. Step 5. Consult with Swiss immigration experts. If you're not an EU citizen, immigration law is complex. Professional guidance from lawyers or consultants specializing in Swiss immigration is worth the investment. They can clarify visa pathways and requirements specific to your situation. Step 6. Start learning German immediately. Even if you're just considering the move, start now. By the time you move, you want functional German skills. Use apps, online courses, tutors, or classes. Language learning takes time, so start early. Step 7. Organize your finances and documentation. You'll need to prove income, savings, and financial stability. Gather documentation, tax returns, bank statements, employment verification, and any other financial records. Swiss authorities are thorough. Step 8. If approved in principle, begin property search. Work with local real estate agents who know Albanese. They can show you available properties and guide you through Swiss property purchase procedures. Swiss real estate transactions have specific legal requirements. Step 9. Secure financing if needed. If you're not buying cash, you'll need a mortgage. Swiss banks can provide mortgages to foreign buyers, though requirements are strict. Work with banks experienced in lending to expats. Step 10. Complete the property purchase and move. Once you own property, you can officially register as a resident and apply for the payment. The registration process involves various administrative steps, but authorities will guide you. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't underestimate the language barrier. Many people think English will be sufficient. It's not. Don't underestimate the isolation, especially in winter. If you need constant social stimulation and urban amenities, Albanese might not work. Don't ignore financial realities. Budget conservatively and have backup financial plans. Don't skip the research visit. Photos and videos don't convey what daily life actually feels like. Success stories from recent movers show common patterns. Successful integrators learned German quickly, embraced community participation, came with realistic expectations, had stable income sources, and genuinely wanted mountain life rather than just the payment. Some families have thrived by one partner working remotely while the other integrated locally. Some retirees with pensions have found Albanese ideal. Some young families have successfully raised children in the village. Not everyone succeeds. Some people have left before completing the tenure requirement, forfeiting the payment. Common reasons include underestimating isolation, language difficulties, career limitations, or family reasons. The tenure commitment is serious. Alternative approaches exist if Albanese doesn't work for you. Other Swiss villages have similar but less publicized programs. Other alpine regions in Austria or Italy have depopulation challenges and might offer opportunities. Research multiple options if alpine life appeals but Albanese's specific program doesn't fit. The emotional and lifestyle adjustment matters as much as logistics. Moving to a small alpine village from a major city is a radical life change. Some people blossom in this environment. Others feel trapped. Understand yourself and what you need to be happy. Closing, so there you have it, the complete picture of receiving $25,000 to move to Swiss paradise. It's real, it's available in 2025, and it could genuinely transform your life. But this isn't for everyone. If you need urban energy, diverse career options, constant entertainment, and cultural diversity, Albanese will feel limiting. If you dream of mountain life, tight-knit community, natural beauty, and escaping modern chaos, Albanese could be exactly what you've been searching for. The $25,000 is attractive, yes. But successful moves happen when people are drawn to the lifestyle first and view the money as a bonus rather than the primary motivation. Switzerland is offering you more than money. It's offering a different way of living. A way that prioritizes community over anonymity, nature over concrete, quality over quantity, and time over efficiency. Is it perfect? No. It's cold in winter, isolated by urban standards, requires language learning, and demands real commitment. But for the right person or family, it's extraordinary. If this video has given you clarity, whether you're now planning a move or ruling it out, please hit that like button. It helps others discover this opportunity. Subscribe if you want more content about unique opportunities around the world where you can live differently. We're exploring places and programs that most people never hear about. Drop a comment below. Would you actually consider moving to Albanese? What's holding you back, or what's attracting you most? I read every comment, and your perspectives help others make better decisions. The application is in your hands. The opportunity is real. The only question is, are you ready for paradise? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.